Hello and welcome to Life with Francie podcast, a place where you will find all kinds of conversation like mental health, self-love, self-care, trauma, hobbies, and more. With this podcast, I want to create a place where we support one another to get to the next level in personal life and business life. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Now, let's get this show started. On this episode, I have the pleasure to talk to Carrie Baquie. I had to practice a couple of times and I'm pretty sure I got it wrong anyways. But she is an amazing chronic illness coach, empowering those with long-term health challenges to rediscover hope, healing, and thriving so that they can reclaim the life they love and desire. As a holistic coach, she partners with her clients to build wellness at the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level. Let's welcome Carrie to the show. Thank you for coming. So tell us, what is life with Carrie?
Hey, Francie, so good to be here. Life with Carrie is both full, exciting, and beautiful. That paints a little bit of a bucolic or a pretty picture, but full means I've got my roller skates on and trying to keep up with my kids and my business and everything in between.
Ooh, you sound like a busy woman.
Yeah, I've got 3 teens at home and one applying to colleges this year, and so there's lots going on with them, and then business is moving along, and so that all keeps me busy.
Awesome. So yeah, tell me more about your business.
So as you said, I'm a chronic illness coach, and I do work with others who have long-term health challenges to help them. Let me back up before I share how I help them. I'm a chronic illness coach because I've been through it myself. I am 4 years out, took about 3.5 years to recover to this point. I'm still in the process of recovering, but I was recovering from simultaneous brain injury, Lyme disease, and mold illness. And for
Wow.
1.5 years, I did not know what was wrong with me. I didn't know why I was consumed with pain or why I couldn't talk or why my cognition and my memory and all of these things weren't working properly. And so how I serve people in my business as a chronic illness coach is using the lessons I learned that got me from surviving to thriving to help them get from surviving to thriving.
Wow, that's awesome. Powerful story. So pretty much because of your story, that motivates you for your mission to help others.
You know, I in a way, I was pretty darn sick there for a while, and I thought maybe this was the end. And as I looked at the end of my life, thinking that this was it, I did have regrets, and the regrets were that I did not live and serve in the way that I was meant to serve on a soul level, really. And so I had real clarity. There's 2 things I regretted. I regretted not serving in the way I was meant to serve, and the possibility of leaving my kids behind. Both of those things tore me up. And so both of those things were major drivers in my determination and my resilience and my pure grit to get from where I was to where I am now.
Wow. Girl, you are so powerful.
Thank you.
How do you help your clients? Do you have a program? Do you work with them on a one-on-one?
Right now, I'm working primarily on a one-on-one basis. And the beauty of coaching is I have a framework that I can use to help people. What it's called the Vitality Path, based on the chronic illness life cycle. And the beauty of coaching is that everyone is in a different place, different space, having different needs, but there's some overarching commonalities that I can connect with them on and then help them go from where they are now to where they want to be. And one of the ways that I do that, for example, is the empowered advocate. And what that is helping people find their voice, take back their power, and really show up for their doctor's appointments so that they get the answers that they're looking for and solutions to the symptoms and problems that their health is causing them.
Wow. And I saw too that you help, with emotional and mental health plays too.
Yeah, so I take a holistic approach, and that is looking at our wellness from multiple dimensions. The physical level is the most obvious, right? We feel the pain, but the pain can be physical and it can be emotional and it can be energetic and it can be, from past hurts. Now, as a coach, I don't dive into the past hurts, but I help people get clear on what needs resolution and what they need to do to move forward at all four levels of the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. One of the things that often gets left out of the picture, we have therapists for the emotional, we have doctors for the physical, we have therapists also help with the mental, but the spiritual often gets left out. Often in this busy world of ours, we get disconnected from both our inner wisdom and universal power, universal source energy, whatever you call it, whether it's God or Allah or whatever you call that higher source, we forget about it. And there's power in tapping into that.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I love the fact, you mentioned earlier about the things that you were regretting at the moment, because that's one thing that I try to think about. Like, if I were to go today, did I live the life that I wanted to live, like that I deserve to live or whatever, And no, yeah, I have a list. Oh my gosh, my bucket list is so big. But to have that moment that is like, what do I want to do with my life?
Mm-hmm.
Do I keep going this way? Do I look at all the obstacles that are in front of me right now? Or do I look for my rainbow and create a better future and better things? So like, I love your perspective in life.
Thank you. Thank you. I said that, my experience drove me to this work in particular, but it wasn't while I was sick. All I had was knowing that I hadn't served in the way I was meant to serve. And then it took the healing process to get me to a point where I could start to take a breath and look up and look around and look at how I could use my experience to help other people. So it took time. It was a process.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I know we're not thinking that you just through the pain and through everything that you're dealing physically, you was like, oh yeah, I'm a badass now and I'm just gonna start a business. I know it had to be a long journey, and I'm glad that you made those decisions, and now today we're here and got to meet through podcast collaboration community, a great group for podcaster and people that want to be podcast guests, to promote to talk about their mission and life.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a great conversation.
How do people can get a hold of you?
So my name is a little unusual. Carrie is pretty normal, Carrie, but the last name is B as in boy, Aquie. So it's carriebaquie.com, Carrie Baquie on Instagram, Carrie LM Baquie on Facebook. And those are the best ways to get in touch with me.
So. Awesome. Anything else that you would like for my listeners to know about you or your program working with you?
I've got two programs that are coming up that would be exciting to share. One of them is a retreat in West Virginia. So if there's any listeners out there, it's a yoga brain health retreat, and I will be leading one of the workshops on day 3, which is connecting to your inner wisdom and your inner power for healing. And then the other program that I am doing is demystifying the divine feminine for healing. So that is going to be October 8th. It's a virtual workshop, and it should be really, really good. So I'm looking forward to both of those programs.
Girl, you just said 2 of my favorite words, retreat and workshops. I just love that inner work, because it's so hard to like get connected, with your body, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever you believe in. And then workshops, because you get access, to people all over the United States. Because of interviews, I've been talking to people in China, United Kingdom, so it's pretty cool. And teach something in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, and actually I'll be teaching with my colleague Beth Perasmo, who I do chronic illness, she does chronic pain. And so together we're coming together to share our insights on how to address chronic pain and chronic illness through tapping into the divine feminine.
Oh, wow. I love that. And then a partnership too. How exciting.
It's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, great. Well, I will have all of your information on the show notes.
Great. Thank you so much.
And I will send as many people as I can your way, because your mission is important. And I know people close to me, that they deal with chronic illness, and it's truly not easy.
No, it's a hard one.
So, and I love the holistic approach, but how you also said, that don't miss the doctor's appointment, and take care of yourself. So I love that you have a mix of both.
Yeah.
In your programs and what you offer to your clients.
Thank you. It's about integrated wholeness.
Integrated wholeness. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming today on the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for listening. Hope you have a blessed day.